back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
We are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port, and yet again, the Tony and Barnes Show. It's a Friday, and if I was Sam Rosen, I would have a sign right here that said, Rangers play today.
Well, where's your sign right now? You're Brian Barnaby.
I know, but I feel like I don't want to, you know what I mean? I respect the Hall of Fame broadcaster in Rosen.
Right, of course, dude.
And I know it's like, listen, like it is how it is, but he's getting his stuff in on the radio, but I just feel like he deserves to be calling all these games on TV.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, talk about like someone who's just so crisp, clean, entertaining, knows obviously the subject matter. I love Rosen.
And I think genius. He would be a shoo-in for national, but he's just too old. So he probably just doesn't even want to do national.
Yeah, probably not.
But at least they get him on the radio. I heard the Game 7 call, after we were watching last, what was that, last Monday? Or this Monday.
This Monday.
It seems like it was like forever already.
I know, excuse me.
So I just feel like he deserves that opportunity. But we'll get to the Rangers in a second.
Let's talk about the coffee, Brian.
What about the coffee? Oh,
the coffee, dude. Hold up to the camera.
This is coffee, not milk.
Come on, dude. Did you make it yourself?
Yeah, at Cumberland Farms. That's how you do it.
Oh.
But I don't know. I can have it black. I can have it full with milk. I can have it with a splash of milk. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. But I feel like, too, because I don't ever drink milk other than if it's in my coffee. So if it's oversaturated with milk, it's all right. Coffee's still there.
Whole milk?
Yeah.
Half and half?
Yeah,
like whole milk, really?
Yeah.
Damn,
I usually am more in between. Sometimes it's like, because it's crazy, though, how you put in like just a little bit and it gets like this. Oh, Mr. Poo-Poo. Mr. Poo-Poo. I don't think I said Mr. Poo-Poo.
Oh, no, dude.
No, but
how do you not remember these things,
Poo-Poo.
dude?
I called myself Mr. Poo-Poo.
Oh, Mr. Poo-Poo. Yeah, because then you were like, I'd rather have, because you said yesterday, rather have Clay Holmes any day than Edwin Blow It Diaz.
Yeah.
I was like, what about Chapman? He goes, oh, I'll take Diaz over Chapman. Oh, there we go. Mr. Poo-Poo. I'm signed with the Mets.
Mr. Poo-Poo. All right. But I still never said, oh, my goodness.
Yes, you did, dude. Like, what do you think, dude?
Oh, my goodness. But it sounds like I don't get where that's going.
I don't know what you said or what you were, what's referring to.
You put
it's
that
there,
bite
dude.
there, didn't you? Or was that Mike?
No, I put that there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll get to it eventually.
Literally on the tape, dude.
But it's already behind us, Tony. Let's just go to the world of Major League Baseball.
2-2. He got him swinging. The back-to-back strikeouts for Robbie Ray.
There's damage right there. Shohei. Way. Sayonara. Where did that land?
Snuck to Chapman, who leaps up and grabs it.
Story spins and fires. Out at first.
There it goes. See ya. Home run, Aaron Judge.
All right, Tony. I did call it. I said no splitting of the sixes. They're sweeping the doubleheader. What a day for the New York Yankees yesterday.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And it all started with the afternoon game, and what looked like would be a great pitching matchup was very one-sided as the Yankees defeated the Angels 6-1. Ohtani only lasting 3 innings, giving up 4 earned runs, including 3 home runs to DJ LeMahieu, Matt Carpenter, all of his hits, ironically enough, as a Yankee, all home runs, and then Aaron Judge as well, and but that's my mistake. Actually,
Carpenter,
so it was
Torres.
Yeah. Which Torres? I mean, I've been speaking about him.
Yes.
I mean, he's back. He
is back.
What do you think about Carpenter? I mean, I know the average isn't going to be what it used to be, but in Yankee Stadium, I mean, I feel like he could put a couple out. No, I mean, I know he already has.
I mean, I was
but
gonna say clearly,
consistently though.
yeah. I mean, it seems like it at least, dude. And I feel like, yeah, the average isn't there, but I mean, you have so many good batters right now. I feel like in your lineup to have that Carpenter in there who can, hit a dinger every so often. I mean, that's going to be huge.
I feel like you love the stash.
Yeah, of course. You got to love the stash. You love the old man.
Is that always been his thing, or did he used to go full beard?
No, he had the full beard to shave it.
Okay.
When he came to the Yankees.
So he never was just stash.
Never just stash.
That's funny.
I don't know about never, but he was rolling with the beard for a while.
But yeah, and listen, I'm not saying he needs to be a starter, but as a guy that gets maybe a start or two a week, and they take advantage of playing him at Yankee Stadium, especially when like a right-handed pitcher's on the mound, I would 100 times rather have him in the lineup over Gallo and Hicks. So I wouldn't be surprised if he stays around. I mean, the only thing is I don't want it to be at the expense of Miguel and Duhar.
Can Carpenter play the field at all, or strictly DH?
I third base, right? Yeah. Wasn't he always third, first, and outfield? I mean, I would think outfield,
probably not. Yeah, no
but
way.
Third and first, I'm sure we could see him there. So he might play a role. We'll see. But all in all, I mean, it's 13 hits. I mentioned 4 home runs, and nice to see LeMahieu hit one. To the left field. Usually he hits his to right. So that was nice to see. And then on the mound, Nestor Cortez, Tony, 7 scoreless.
Giving you that nice length, dude.
5 innings, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. I mean, we're at a point where we can't even question it anymore, and we have to just expect this every time out, as his ERA sits at 150, and he got his 5th win of the season yesterday. But every time out, you expect him to keep the other team at bay. Doesn't matter what team it is.
I know. And now I want to say this is like his 4th start going 7 innings. I want to say, and I think there was even one 8-inning game in there as well, right?
Because he was trying to go for the complete game shutout. So let's actually take a look at this. So of all of his starts this season, so 7 innings last game. The start before that, 8 starts. Then he had 8 innings, and then another 8-inning game, and then a 7 and a third game. So that's 4 games where he went at least 7 innings. And 2 starts were under 5, but all starts 3 runs or less, including 1, 2, 3, 4 starts with no earned runs. So, I mean, he's lined up for the All-Star game, and right now, you could still get him at 10-1 to win the Cy Young Award. So
10-1, really?
I mean, you throw a couple shekels up there, might be a nice payday.
Wow, dude. Now you remember saying that, huh?
That one I remember saying. But boy, I swear I'm speechless. I've never seen a guy turn into a pitcher like this. Like it almost reminds me of Jake Arrieta. Because he was awful with the Orioles. And then he Cy Young with the Cubs. Obviously, after that little stretch, then it was a complete disaster.
Nestor was cut once, right? From Yankee training camp,
Yankees,
too?
and then that's when he went to Seattle.
Right.
Released him, and then they brought him back.
Yeah.
So just a
nice story he's got going on.
Yeah, the fact that we almost lost him and he's back. What a story. So obviously, hats off to him. And at the end of the day, I mean, just getting another win. That's what we want.
How do we feel about Shohei, dude?
Dude,
kind of a clunker when you think about it, too. I mean, I think before last night, he only let up 5 home runs all season, right? Lets up 3 last night in 3 innings, too. Like,
Angels are reeling. And listen, I don't know. I mean, call me crazy, Tony. But in past years, I felt like, oh my God, the Rays are so good. The Red Sox are so good. Even when we beat them, the Indians with the pitching at the time, with Bauer and Kluber, they're so. I feel like there's no one that I'm slightly nervous about. And I know obviously the Angels aren't the number 2 team. I guess it would be the Blue Jays,
right?
Because they've been playing well lately. But they've played well against the Rays. I mean, right? I mean, who do you is it the Blue Jays? Is that their top competition?
I mean, I suppose the Blue Jays.
White Sox aren't.
White Sox aren't. I mean, I don't know, dude.
Astros, I guess.
Yeah.
Astros, I guess.
But even so, their pitching is like kind of iffy too.
No, and how crazy is it? Think about 5 years ago.
Mhm.
Everything has completely flip-flopped.
Literally.
Astros by far the best pitching.
Between Greinke, Verlander, and
Dallas Keuchel.
Keuchel, and Cole, of course.
Yeah. And now it's like the Yankees by far, have the best pitching, which is just insane. And then also, they had this stat after the first game. So through the first 50 games, let's go Rangers. Where are we watching it? I guess Tony's saying TBD. A couple things floating in the air.
TBD, a couple plans in the air here. We're waiting to hear back from some folks. But I mean, there's always going to be a place to watch it. I'm not worried about. I will say, for game one, Archie Moore's was a phenomenal move. I was very impressed.
They need a Stanford location.
Very impressed. No, they don't, dude. Okay. Do they have just Fairfield, Milford? There's got to be another one, right?
Milford, Wallingford.
The hell is Wallingford, Barnes?
Towards New Haven? I mean, how long have you been? How long have you been in the States?
I don't know. In the United
What
States?
What does that mean? ... I need to know.
Well, Matt was talking about some plans and
yeah. But we'll get a group consensus.
My mother also says good morning. Good morning, Mom.
And if you guys are going to be in Stanford, I mean, I definitely might be able to meet up with you for a little bit. So.
Yeah, maybe if we feel like it. I know. Pretty busy in Stanford, dude.
I gotcha. But we'll get there.
I would love to watch the Ranger games with you. Hopefully, a full one this time.
Yeah. But hey, I mean,
Wallingford.
Can't argue with the results.
Wallingford.
I feel like there was one other one too, but I'm just there was one in Derby that closed it. That's what it was.
Maybe Stanford would be a good call.
Yeah, I think come to Staten Island.
Staten Island, Mom says.
You know what it was? I would honestly come to Staten Island, but I feel like everybody's poo-pooing Staten Island. That's the problem.
No one who's poo-pooing Staten Island. Okay, get out of here.
Girardi fired. Breaking news. Michael breaking the news here.
No
Joseph
way.
Girardi let go.
Do we trust it?
By the Philadelphia Phillies. Of course we trust it. Michael is Buster Olney. No two doubts about it. Call him Kenny Rosenthal. Joseph Girardi let go.
Oh, I got it too. I got the notification. Never mind.
I mean, we knew it was coming.
Yeah.
We talked about it for months.
Rob Thompson.
And, I mean.
Interim.
I think you think about the other managers out there. I think he might land one more, honestly, because is it his fault that I feel like the biggest problem there is the pitching staff, and he's not the general manager.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they have a few problems.
But you think no? And your boss says, "What do you mean?"
Oh,
Barnes?
Here we go.
No, I'm just kidding because you were giving me a hard time yesterday.
Put the gloves on, Barnes.
About poo-pooing the Mets. So I was just making a joke. But anyway, so at the end of the day, great win. And what I was going to say, Tony, so through 50 games, how about this? Least amount of runs of all time allowed by the New York Yankees. They've been in existence over 100 years.
How many games?
50. Least runs allowed. I mean, pretty good. And how about this? Through the first 50 games, out of the 9 times that they've won 35, 6 of them, they won the World Series.
So they're 6 for 9?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, pretty good company, no?
Yeah, I suppose.
And then last thing, before we get on to game 2 here, Jose Trevino, Tony. Another 2 hits.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
I mean, any chance he could make a run at the All-Star team?
I mean,
if he keeps this average up, and then he's throwing out some guys. Catching,
yeah.
I mean, think about catching. I mean, just off the top of your head, who's a crazy catcher?
Like defensively only?
Everything.
All around?
Whole league, just right now.
Molina.
But but I'm saying the whole package. Like he can't hit like he used to.
Oh yeah, no, I suppose not. But I mean, yeah, I guess.
Right. I mean, I swear to God, now that I'm thinking about it, I can't even think of one.
Tomas Nido's looking pretty good.
No, but the fact that we're saying the name Tomas Nido is crazy. It's just crazy.
It's just crazy.
Ruiz isn't that good. Grandal isn't that good. You're telling me
sucks.
You're telling me Will Smith is that good? You're
Will
telling
Smith's
me
pretty good. I like
Alejandro
Will
Kirk.
Smith.
But think about when we were growing up with Pudge and
Right.
Mike Piazza.
Yeah, no, of
Corey
course not,
Posada.
dude.
There's no catchers.
No.
I mean, Adley Rutschman has a very big opportunity here.
Right. That's due for Baltimore, right? Yeah. Yeah, he's looking pretty good.
You know,
For a young buck.
the Angels, Stassi, stop.
Who the hell is that, dude?
Christian Vasquez, Tony.
Vasquez is a chump.
Mike Zunino. You know what I mean?
Mike Zunino's. I like Zunino.
You like Zunino, but come on, he's not even close to an all-star catcher. Come on, what's happened to the catching position?
I don't know. You think it's just lack of interest?
I do.
Yeah,
Don't
me
you?
too. Yeah,
Like, there's guys out there who could do a great job.
Yeah.
No way to really fix that, is there? But come on.
I don't think so, dude. You're gonna have to force some kids to start playing catcher.
But so just watch out for that. I'm making the prediction now. Jose Trevino is going to make the All-Star team. One guy that I actually just thought of, Tony. I guess two guys. JT Realmuto, who hasn't even got off to a good start.
Yeah, I was gonna say he hasn't had a good season so far, though.
Jeez, who was the other guy I was going to mention?
James McCann.
Stop. Oh, Wilson Contreras.
Oh yeah, Contreras. But even so,
You know,
I feel like. Well, I guess he is doing pretty well. I took up some stats, but I definitely remember.
yeah.
Definitely leading in something for the team.
Buster Posey, where'd you go? You know,
I know. I guess he retired. Well, if they won the World Series, that would have been dope for him.
yeah.
and then to
But he
retire.
got 3 World Series. So.
Yeah, and he still. Talk about leaving on a high note. Geez, dude. Like
Yeah.
for him personally, comeback player of the year, pretty much.
Yeah. So good to see that. And then, of course, in the nightcap, Tony, we were obviously at Monet Kitchen in Norwalk. Anybody looking for a good
Flank steak.
bite to eat? You want some flank steak? Go to Monet Kitchen.
Delicious,
Connecticut
dude.
Avenue.
What did we have last night? The fucking fish on the watermelon
But
circle.
then what was the other
and
one?
then it was potatoes. You guys were saying scallops. I thought John Carlo said octopus.
I wouldn't know the difference. I guess, or is octopus basically calamari?
Basically.
Yeah. You don't
Squid.
say calamar, right? Or no?
Galamad.
Do you actually say it like that, though?
I say galamad.
Like you haven't even ever said calamari.
Never in my life.
Oh.
No, actually once. Because, I was with some people who are from Connecticut.
Oh, it's
and I said pass the galamad, and they
They're
looked at
like,
me like
what?
I had 4 heads.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Mozzarella.
can I have the calamari, please?
That's funny. That's funny. So as I was saying, game 2, another 2-1 victory. And like I said, we were watching this together. Jamison Tyone, 7 perfect innings. We thought back-to-back seasons. Obviously we had the Kluber no-hitter last year, but just couldn't quite get there. A liner off IKF's glove in the 8th. Ran into some trouble with 2 outs. Let up a run, courtesy of Kurt Suzuki. But the Yankees made up for it. Rallied around a double by Andujar and some walks, and Anthony Rizzo pinch hitting for Kyle Higashioka.
He's back?
Choking up on the bat, right up the middle. And everybody on Twitter was saying, and I know you know this too. So Rizzo, I've mentioned it. Your mother seems like she has the Connecticut bias.
Connecticut
like you.
doesn't know.
But I know you agree with this, Tony. So Rizzo, like I said, he's been cold.
Right.
The difference between him and Joey Gallo, and like I was saying, this is all over Twitter, is that in a clutch situation, he knows better.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't need to hit a home run over
Right.
the WB Mason
Right.
sign. I'm gonna just choke up and make contact. Gallo would have struck out because he did. He was a batter before, and he struck
Yeah.
out with the bases loaded with 1 out.
And also,
Couldn't get a sac fly.
Rizzo's just like a better player all around,
Better
as
guy.
well as better person.
Doesn't
Correct.
look like this.
Yeah.
I feel like Joey Gallo and Adam Gase would be best friends.
Yeah. Oh,
With the
absolutely,
eyes.
dude.
It's all about the eyes.
And,
So-
Anthony Rizzo, better name, better Italian, better everything going for him, too.
But I do have to call you out on this, Tony. Ever since you poo-pooed Jamison Tyone, really?
When did I poo-poo Jameson Tyone?
Yeah, I feel like every time he's out there, it's 5 innings,
5-3.
3 innings. I think a 2.30 ERA is slightly better than 5-3. That would be a 5.4.
I suppose, but let's see the he's not going to do this again all year.
A 2.30 ERA. How much more do you need to see?
I don't know. 220.
220. Oh my God. And then Clay Holmes kind of did a Aroldis Chapman impersonation last night, getting 2 quick outs and then a walk-in 2-hit batsman. But they do end up getting a ground out to end the game.
Nerves?
No. I wasn't that nervous, but
him, Clay Holmes.
Nippo. No, I actually.
I mean, hit batsman. Come on.
I was nervous just because I was like, all right. I mean, he's literally been perfect all season. At some point, even though it doesn't seem likely, and we've seen like the Eric Gagne streak, Tony. You think, okay. I mean, he's due to blow it, but at the end of the day, that's our guy.
He didn't blow it.
That's our closer. So we are fired up for that. In a game where the Yankees struggled to score, Jamison Tyone gave them everything he had. So you love to see that. And now it's a weekend series with the Detroit Tigers. And this is, I wouldn't be surprised, Tony. We're back here Monday, and we're talking about yet another Yankee sweep. Mm-hmm. So I mean, they're firing on all cylinders. We have guys, that we're looking forward to coming back in the form of Giancarlo Stanton, Josh Donaldson, and, to a lesser extent, Aroldis Chapman. Now, last question, Tony, before we go to the poo-pooers themselves. In a supporting role, a setup role, when push comes to shove, are the Yankees better or worse with Aroldis Chapman on the roster? And I'm talking 7th inning, 8th inning. Or are they better off just figuring out with one of these young guys?
Oh man. I guess I would say get him out of there, man. Better without him.
Would you just take anything in a trade, or would you almost just release him because you feel like with the salary, or I guess you should be able to get some kind of middling prospect, no?
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't just release him.
Yeah.
I mean, again, on paper, we've talked about it. His numbers aren't terrible,
but in a big spot.
It's just the big spots where he really hurts. Unfortunately, I think you can get something good for him.
But is there a chance that, I know we've, the Houston Astros twice, but is there a chance though that we're kind of overdoing it and like, yeah, sure, he's let up some, but it's like nobody's perfect. They're gonna let up some because I think, like we said, the numbers are there. Or do you still think it's like if there was a clutch ERA factor, he would have the worst in like the whole league?
I would think he would, honestly, right? I mean, yeah, nobody's perfect, but I mean, he's, people could be close, and I feel like he's not, dude. Like we mentioned, I mean, especially in the closing position, dude, like it's just a nail biter when he walks out on the mound. Like, you have that feeling in the back of your head, and it seems like he has it too. Cause I feel he lets up a lot of runs in the clutch situations, and there's no room for that, dude. You can't be losing games in the 8th, 9th inning because of him. Like
it's
no
almost
way.
the same thing as you can't have Gary Sanchez as your catcher, and you can't, your pitcher isn't allowed to throw an off-speed pitch because if it goes in the dirt, it's going to get past him and score a run.
Yeah,
that's basically what it is.
Yeah, basically. As Fresh Show checks in here to the Fresh Show that we have.
Joe Giraldi.
This type, it's okay. Fires head as manager of the Phillies.
Mariano is the standard. And I said this yesterday, and I was cracking up.
But see, that's the problem, dude.
Listening back, to yesterday's show, he delivered big time for the New York Rangers as he did for 20 seasons, dude. The New York Yankees.
See, you know what? Like, you're anti Eddie Mush. Like, this is like the opposite. You got to be consistent here, Barnes. Okay, him showing up for the game had nothing to do with the level of play the Rangers had. They're their own players. They played the game well. They won. Why it does? No, it doesn't. No, I'm telling you, it doesn't.
No, because you're forgetting one thing, and you can't poo-poo this, Tony. Okay, sure. They play the game. Mr. Poo-poo, and it doesn't come down to just Mariano being there. I'll give you that. But true Ranger fan support does elevate their play, and you can't poo-poo that.
Well, no, but that's different than saying Mariano showing up made them win.
I mean, it doesn't hurt.
It could.
I mean, might as well play the soundbite at that point.
Not to mention, I mean, most of the players, Igor Shesterkin doesn't even speak English. He doesn't know who Mariano Rivera is.
I've heard him speak.
No way.
Yeah, he needs a pizza.
Broken
at 12
English.
Going
Yeah,
down
yeah.
Madison Avenue. He's getting one.
Yeah,
Right?
okay, dude.
But,
okay.
Yeah, so we'll get to the pitching matchup for the Yankees in a second. But give me something, Tony, on the Poo-Poors themselves last night, getting shut out in Chavez Ravine. What happened?
Well, I mean, nothing lasts forever, I suppose. Mets hitting streak of scoring has kind of come to a little bit of an end here. They had a little bit of a wall last night, trying to hit against Tony Gonsolin. What did he have? Like 6 innings, I think.
So
giving up like 1 hit,
innings,
1 hit,
5 strikeouts, 1 walk,
2 hits,
2 hits. Yep.
2 hits. I mean, if you look at the stat sheet here, I mean, pretty much everyone on the Mets were like 0 for 4, 1 for 4. Then they had 3 hits total as a team the entire game. Only twice during the game did they have runners in scoring position. Obviously, we're 0 for 2 in those instances. I think Gonsolin has one of the lowest ERAs right now in the league. What is it, like a 1.5?
It's a 1.59.
1.59.
Nestor Cortez 1.50.
Wow, dude. Anyway, so
that was a poo-poo. That was a poo-poo. As your mom says, I'm poo-pooing all over the place.
Barnes is
sounds like I had an
all over the
accident.
place. Yeah, I think Barnes is having an accident over there. We need to help him out. But yeah, dude. I mean, just sucks. And Taijuan Walker didn't really have a bad outing. I think he was 5 2/3, 5 1/3.
1 out away from a quality start. 7 hits.
7 hits.
Only 1 walk.
1 walk, 2 earned runs.
Only 2 Ks. So didn't
Only
have the
2
swing and miss.
Ks. Yeah, but I mean that's I feel like his strikeout rate has kind of gone down and stuff. But not doing terrible against the Dodgers. Obviously a pretty well hitting team, and of course, I mean I've said it before. I mean the Mets still continue to display some really good defense in turning quick double plays, making good plays in the infield. That could kind of go either way, especially when you have someone like Trey Turner, digging out a ground ball or something like that. So, I mean, that explains the low ERA, even though he gave up 7 hits, everything like that. So, still bright spots, but nonetheless, dude, maybe if Lindor was in the lineup, it would be a little different too, I don't know if you heard why he's injured.
Is it his hand?
Yeah, he, there wasn't really much details. It didn't really say that he's like hurt, but he like slammed the hotel room door on his finger. I know. It sounds kind of fishy, dude. Accidental is what was reported. Obviously, there wasn't.
Kind of sounds like Devin Williams.
Yeah,
for the Brewers a couple.
I don't know, dude. Sounds like I think he was walking into Jeff McNeil's room. I think it's where he was going to.
Wow.
I know.
Well,
sounds kind of fishy,
on the
dude.
bright side, after getting the job done yesterday, we have to ask the question: is Colin Holderman the next David Peterson, Tony?
I mean, what do you mean by that exactly?
No, just that, Peterson last year bursting on the scene and, in the conversation, very early on, for the Cy Young last year,
right
after faltering. I mean, you look at this and, this season, 10 2/3 pitched, 8 hits,
8 ERA,
1 earned run. Yeah.
Yeah. That's obviously really good.
1 walk. Too.
1 walk. Yeah. You're trying to say he's going to fizz out?
No. I mean it. I meant it as a positive thing that he sustains.
Yeah, I think he does seem pretty sustainable. Again, I mean, you talk about bursting on the scene. A lot of control, obviously, in his pitching.
Mm-hmm.
He has lots of confidence in his arsenal, which is great to see. It should be interesting to see how he reacts when he does get hit up a little bit. I think that's kind of what I'm waiting for, to see how he kind of, like I said, reacts and moves forward from that. But yeah, I'll take his outings every day right now. Let's go.
And actually, I'm just looking at this. So, the most innings he's ever pitched in a season is 66. And he's been in the Mets organization since 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if there's been some injuries or whatnot. It actually hasn't started a game. He started 2 games last year, and then 12 in 2019, 409. So I would imagine they're kind of tuning him up for a relief role.
Yeah.
But maybe he could be kind of a valuable guy, kind of like how Seth Lugo, has been in the past, multiple innings, but
Right.
they're not going to have him be a starter.
But even sometimes, bullpen game, they've started Lugo. He's done pretty well for 2-3 innings. I'll take it.
I can't get a read on Lugo though. I mean, where are you with Lugo?
What do you mean?
Do you feel like, do you feel like though that it's like sometimes it's like, he seems like, oh my God, like maybe he should be the closer, especially when Diaz has had his struggles, not really this year. I know maybe he blew it once or twice. But you look at his ERA this year, I mean, 3.38, 21 strikeouts, 21 innings. That's pretty good. Only 5 walks, last year, 3.50, and then 2020, though, 5.15, they've mixed him into the rotation.
Yeah, I think I was going to say that's a little bit of his issue. I feel like why he struggled in the past. Cause I feel like, a couple years with the past few years, I should say, with injuries to the starting rotation, with guys, not panning out as good as they should be. Lugo's been moved around so much from being closer, reliever, starter. And I feel like it took him, like that 2020 season, never really got into a groove because of that.
Right.
But I mean, if you look at his stuff, I mean, he's got good control. He's got decent velocity. And, he's a guy who seems pretty, ice in his veins when it comes into the big relief spots and stuff like that. So I enjoy watching him play. I think he's a really good pitcher.
You're the manager or the general manager of the Mets. Is he your 8th inning guy? He's your reliever that's going to give you multiple innings? I mean, what would it be his role if it was up to you?
Reliever for multiple innings.
Yes.
I've seen him do it before. More than enough confidence in him. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see kind of, where they put him, the rest of the season. So we got a full slate pretty much tonight. A couple actually Apple TV games. Let me just see. Yankees on Apple TV. Yep.
That sucks, dude. You can only watch it on Apple TV?
Yeah. Yep.
Do you have Apple TV?
Yeah. I mean, Tony, I crack up at this, and it's mostly old timers, but the people are like, oh, they put them on this thing. Now I can't watch them, or Frontier doesn't cover the yes. No. I mean, listen, I know stuff goes on. People are greedy, money, rights fees, all that. At the end of the day, if you want to watch your team, you're going to watch your team, and you're just wasting your freaking breath complaining about it. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I suppose so. But I mean, when you think about how often are they on Apple TV?
I think actually there's like 20 games this year.
Get the fuck out of here.
Not kidding.
Oh, did you get it because of them?
Well, no, it's free. I'm confused of exactly how it works, but it's free for now. But also, I mean, you've been, you've seen my spot. We have every single streaming thing. So my roommate, he's already on top of it. But not to say I wouldn't be on top of it.
Wait, so it's not yours?
Well, we all split the.
Okay, so you're in on it.
Yeah, especially when you're splitting it with people. I mean,
it's like fucking $2.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm going to take a hard stand. I mean, come on. Absolutely ridiculous. And just before we go picks, I just want to update. So from yesterday, I went 2-2, hitting the Yankees twice. Nationals got blown out by the Reds, of course, because the Nationals suck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they got to start trading guys now, no?
I don't know. I said it, dude.
So that brings me to 30-18. And Servet A says, keep up, guys. Appreciate you tuning in.
Yeah,
any
no,
you know who that is?
Nothing.
Okay. No, hasn't been on screen time.
No, new
okay.
guy, I think. Love
All
it,
right.
dude.
And then yesterday, so let's see, you go Avalanche, Mets, so that's 0-2. Blue Jays 1-2, and then the Rangers.
Wait, say that again.
Okay. Avalanche
1.
So the Mets lost, so that's 1-1. Blue Jays
yeah. You said 0-2.
No, you said 0-2.
No, you son of a bitch.
The Rangers. Give me the Rangers right now. Texas Rangers. Did they win yesterday or no?
Nothing. They lost actually.
Okay. All right. So actually,
I'm double checking, but I'm pretty sure I
that's
a
a 2-2 spot for you.
Yeah,
So
I think we went even.
No blood. So that's 24-24 for you, 30-18 for me. And listen, I don't mean to speak for you, Tony, but I just want you to tell me how the Mets are gonna bounce back at Chavez Ravine tonight. 10-10. Chris Bassett versus Tyler Anderson. 6-0 on the season.
I know.
2-9-0
right now.
Are you going there? Are you holding off? I mean, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go there, dude. Why not? I mean, I'm looking at it right now. I mean, Chris Bassett. I mean, I feel like the last couple outings not great. However, bounce back spot. If Taijuan Walker can put in a good outing, Chris Bassett can put out an even better outing, and you're not hitting the wall of Tony Gonsolin, however you say it. Tyler Anderson. I mean, yeah, 6 walks in the season. 49 2/3 innings, 48 Ks, 44 hits. Like, it's a decent amount of hits you can let up.
His numbers have never been good other than this year, right?
Yeah, not really.
He's bounced around a little
2.90 ERA right now, giving up 6 home runs in the year. I'd like to see the lineup to see if Lindor is in the lineup. Wow, what happened to my camera? I got all dark.
Kind of like it. Tony in the dark.
Yeah, I don't know if I do enjoy this.
That is very odd.
Yeah, I think it's brightening up a little bit here. I guess maybe the sun is overcast. Shitty day out, dude.
It's gonna actually turn though after lunch.
Yeah, I heard it's gonna be like 70 degrees too, dude.
Sun out.
No, Siri. Jesus.
Oh,
here we go. Brighten it up, baby. Let's go.
Oh, he's back.
The sun's gonna be shining on the Mets today, my friend. And I would imagine, they'll be back to the hitting. Yes, there's no way they're just getting 3 hits again today. 0 for 2 runners in score position. I don't think so. All right. Marte hasn't cooled off yet. Kana hasn't cooled off yet. Lindor's going to be in the lineup. Finger, I don't think so, dude. Give me the Mets here. I'm going to say in a nail biter, they're going to win 4-3.
Take a guess who I think offensively is going to start for them today. Who's going to be the key cog? If you had
for the Mets,
and this isn't your prediction, this is what I'm going to say. Just take a guess. I'm just curious if you could kind of.
I mean, I know you like Escobar.
No. Nope. He hasn't delivered.
He has not delivered.
Yeah.
And
he's not like the first guy you think of. Oh, he's the best player in the Mets.
Well, I mean, Escobar was the first guy I just thought of.
Okay.
So for you.
Yep.
I don't know. It wouldn't be Nito.
No.
Obviously, who do you want? You want McNeil?
Yep.
Is that who you want?
Yep. I think
Okay.
4 hits.
4 hits?
Contact, Tony. We've talked about the value of contact before. I think when the Mets win, McNeil has a few hits. I mean, his average is good.
His average is good.
And I think one of the reasons, not all of it, of course, but they're playing better this year. Last year, he was terrible.
Yeah, horrible.
I mean, you almost couldn't even have him on the roster.
Yeah, no, literally.
And now he's one of their better hitters. So I think he's going to play an important role for them.
Let's see it.
So you know what? I do think they're going to beat the Dodgers tonight because Tyler Anderson, law of averages. Oh, Mr. Poo-Poo here, agreeing with Tony about the Mets. Bassett has looked good. Dodgers have been finicky in spots offensively.
Yeah.
So I could see him shutting them down. We'll see. And for my game, of course, we have patterns here on the Sports Port. Yankees all day. And how about this? This might be the biggest line.
-345.
Right?
Brian.
I've seen like the Avalanche like -700, but for MLB, I don't think I've seen even 300. It's like 270, 290, not 345. No way.
Trap game?
No way. Even though
last year.
Did he? I'm trying to think. No, he didn't struggle. He got in a little trouble early with the Tigers. No, actually, I have to look this up because I remember watching this game and I feel like offensively they were struggling. And I'm just trying to think if I almost want to say he got banged up by them earlier in the year.
I think so. We'll see though.
Yeah, let's just take a quick look here. Like we're going to NBA. Okay, so yeah, he didn't even get past the second inning. They did win the game, but this was back on April 19th. Inning and 2/3, 2 runs, 5 walks, Tony. 5 walks. And how about this? Since that 5-walk game, he's walked 8 batters in 7 starts. 5 walks in 1 game. It wasn't even 2 innings. I'm saying outlier. He's out for revenge. I'm going to say Yankees shutout 6-0. Cole has seen what Nestor's done, what Tyone's done, what Severino has done, what Montgomery has done. Complete game shutout like it's the Astros circa 2021 when he had that big game on the national broadcast on Fox. Yankees shut him out 6-0, and Judge hits number 20.
Wow. All right, dude. We're gonna go to Colorado for my second pick. Braves in Colorado playing the Rockies. Max Fried on the mound for Atlanta yesterday. Travis d'Arnaud against the Rockies. All around for Atlanta. I mean, the ball was flying in Coors Field. Travis d'Arnaud, not only did he have a home run in the third, but he hit for the grand salami in the fifth. It was crazy, dude. And Ian Anderson yesterday didn't have 5 earned runs, 10 hits on him. Got a little banged up.
What's
I
up with him?
know.
You think he's hurt?
No, I don't. Doesn't seem like. I feel like if he was hurt, he'd be sitting, dude.
Well,
Like,
I feel like he's
what do you mean?
talented.
Yeah.
I almost feel like if he keeps doing this, he needs to go somewhere else, maybe.
Right. No, of course, dude. But we'll see. I'm sure he'll come around, but he's not pitching today. Max Fried's pitching today. I think he has like a 3.5 ERA on the season.
3-1.
3-1.
Chad Kuhl, his opponent, 3.56.
Yeah, 3.56. Okay. So, and regardless, I would imagine the Braves can continue this hitting streak at Coors Field. Finally, because I feel like they've been losing games like every other day. I feel like not really putting together like a nice little win streak going on, which makes sense because they're like 12, 11 and a half games back, right? But nonetheless, I think it's gonna be another punch fest here at Coors Field. I'm gonna say give me the Braves 9-3.
Okay.
9-3.
Yeah. And I'm in a shutout mood today. Guardians and Orioles today. Bruce Zimmerman versus former Cy Young Award winner Shane Bieber. Bieber, complete game shutout, 17 strikeouts as the Guardians pick up a well-needed victory. A season that's been inconsistent, to say the least. 2 games under 500. And I think Jose Ramirez, 3 home runs, 3-0 Guardians. How about that? In Baltimore.
I'm gonna go for my third game. I'm gonna go with like the somewhat of a pick that you had yesterday. Nats are playing the Reds still. I'm gonna take the Nats today.
Law of averages.
Law of averages. Soto. Mike Minor on the mound for the Reds.
Former All-Star.
Former All-Star, but I mean, I feel like even with Texas, I think he was on Kansas City last year, Oakland.
Got popped after he got traded.
Yeah, dude. I feel like hasn't really had some nice experiences the past couple of years. I'm going to say Juan Soto, 2-run homer in the 6th inning. Nats take it 2-0.
Oh. I am going to go for my final pick here. I had Tony, this is a tough one here.
Why?
For me.
What are you gonna do, dude?
I was between the Mariners and the Rays. But you know what?
Just take the Angels, bro. Come on.
No,
just take the Angels.
I'm just taking the
today.
Rays, dude. Not impressed with the White Sox.
No, big mistake.
Velasquez sucks. The Mets lit him up when he was on Philadelphia, other than that one season, and I know you
but
know
still,
that,
dude. But still,
McClanahan, 6 innings, 1 earned. Randy Arozarena, 3-run homer in the bottom of the 8th inning. Rays 3, White Sox 0.
All right, dude.
That is our world of Major League Baseball, Tony.
That was nice talk.
It was a very nice talk, but I know you have a little more enthusiasm for the world of the National Hockey League.
In they come, Edmonds, what a save by Vasilevsky! Are you kidding me?
McAvoy, Frederick, did you get the license plate number on that truck? McDavid, beautiful move.
You just knew that Connor McDavid was going to make a statement. What a goal.
All right, Tony. Obviously game 2 tonight in the Garden behind us, but just quickly, before we get to that, I told you it was a silver platter yesterday. Avalanche 4, Oilers nothing. So the Avalanche take a commanding 2-0 lead here as they travel to Edmonton tomorrow for game 3. And you look at this game, they get goals from 4 different players, including Nathan McKinnon, Rantanen, Josh Manson, and Lekkonen. So the scoring was spread out. They went with the backup tender in Francouz, is it? Francouz?
I thought it was Francois.
Okay, that would make sense with hockey up swah,
Patrick Waugh.
But basically, my question to you here, after kind of, I guess the first game they competed pretty good, but is it over for Edmonton, or is it just like you gotta see something here, Game 3 tomorrow?
I don't think it's over, dude. I mean, you think about Colorado's backup tender, never really challenged him. What do you have, like 24 saves?
Yeah.
It's good for him pitching the shutout. But I mean, like, Jesus, dude, 24 shots on net. Definitely don't see that very often. Colorado, very, very weird game here. Colorado had 7 power play opportunities. 7. That's 14 minutes of Edmonton being a man down, practically an entire period that you're playing a man down. And of course, these are spread out, throughout the games. So, I mean, Edmonton really never able to get any type of momentum or like just anything going offensively because of those penalties. I mean, Jesus, dude, 7 penalties, Brian. Not to mention how weird it is that Colorado was 1 for 7. I mean, that's probably their worst power play percentage. I mean, I know it is their worst percentage in a game all year. Not being able to score. I mean, I guess you got to, kudos to the penalty kill unit for Edmonton. But I mean, you cannot be doing that against a Colorado team that already puts so much offensive pressure on whoever they're playing. And then you're going to go 7 penalties, dude. You have to be more disciplined. I mean, there's really no excuse for that. And then again, because of that, I mean, you're on your heels the whole game. You're not getting anything going offensively. You're not challenging the backup tender. I mean, he should not be having a shutout. He should not be only facing 24 shots. That's despicable.
Mike Smith had to face 40.
Mike Smith faced 40 shots, dude.
For the 40-year-old.
For the 40-year-old.
Gutting it out through the injury.
I know, yeah, exactly. And, he didn't play a terrible game. Again, I mean, he had some nice saves in the power on the penalty kills. He did let up 1 power play goal, 3 other ones, obviously in 5-on-5. But I mean, 36 saves is nothing to sneeze at for a goalie. Like he did his job in 36 saves. Edmonton should have more offense, which I feel like is, I mean, we've seen it during the regular season where they have these stints, but postseason, I wouldn't expect another shutout to happen in this series, to be honest, and especially with Colorado on the backup tender. He just needs to be challenged more, dude. And it's as simple as that. But obviously, yeah, good on Colorado. Kadri, I think, had 3 assists. He assisted on 3 of those goals, obviously taking more of the playmaker role last night, which is great because it allowed other players to open up, like Rantanen and McKinnon as well, who had the goals. So I mean, you know what? It was definitely an interesting game. I don't think we're going to see another shutout in this series, though. And they're not done, Edmonton.
Are they winning tomorrow?
Tomorrow at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give it to them.
I hope so.
I know you hope so.
But otherwise, we're going to be having a rest versus rust.
Oh,
shout out to Jaybird. But on to tonight. We talked about it. We're at the Garden. The Rangers, Game 2 here against the Lightning. Big 6-2 victory on Wednesday. Here we are Friday. And I mean, they're in a very good spot. And obviously, you want to keep that momentum going. And obviously, defending your home ice. And I think it's 7 in a row at home, in the postseason, which is just tremendous. I expect the crowd to be into it. And I really think you got to go into this, I mean, with the same mindset that you did last game, attacking early. I'm sure Vasilevsky, will be putting his best foot forward. But
right,
we've seen, I mean, there's just so many cogs on this team that even his best foot forward might not be enough. And if I'm not mistaken, Tony, didn't they sweep the Lightning in the regular season?
They did.
Well? So I mean, they're 4-0.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously they've had their number here. So I just think stick to the blueprint. And then you want to see contributions up and down the lines. And before I get to just kind of your synopsis here, I don't know if I've seen a worse lack of respect. How about Tampa minus 135. And I think game one, they were minus 150. They haven't beaten the Rangers this year. The Rangers are at home. They've won all these playoff games at home. I mean, is it just simply, two-time defending champions, got to favor him? I mean, what is that?
I suppose it is. I would imagine, too, they're banking on the fact that the Lightning aren't going to be making the mistakes they did in the first game, which I personally don't think they will either. However, the Rangers still won pretty decisively. I mean, a 6-2 victory against a team like the Lightning, against a goalie like Vasilevsky, who let up, 3 goals
in the previous
150 minutes, however much it was, to put up 6 on him. I mean, that's not just a couple of mistakes. That is the Rangers level of play being extremely high. And I've said it, throughout the series so far in the postseason that the Rangers have had. They come out every single game, for the most part, playing a level up in which they did the previous game, right? And I still expect that to happen now. There are more things to improve on. There are more players that can do better. I'll look at Panarin, for example. Hasn't really had much goal scoring this postseason. That kid line just continues to improve. I'm honestly looking for a goal tonight from Capo Caco. He's had some really nice assists in the kid line, but if you watch him, I know, the stat sheet may not show it, but if you watch him on the ice during the games, I mean, he's just in the right place at the right time. He's making really good, he's winning little battles against the boards. He's putting himself in a really good position. He's creating opportunities for Lafreniere and for Hedl. That's something that I think eventually, players, especially Tampa Bay defensemen, will start keying on Hedl. I mean, 2 goals last game. They're going to be looking at him to hit him. I think that's going to open up Kakko, and I think Kakko is going to now know exactly when to shoot it and where to shoot the puck. I would expect him to have more offensive production in terms of finding the back of the net. And, minus 135, a little bit of a slap in the face of the Rangers. But, hey, I mean, I think they're going to continue to prove Vegas and the Tampa Bay Lightning wrong here. I really don't think that Tampa Bay has it right now. I know we mentioned the rest versus the rust or whatever. They were, they made the mistakes the last game that they normally don't. But I mean, still, the Rangers were just so fast, so controlled, so poised, throughout the game. Yeah, they got into a little bit of trouble sometimes in terms of, trying to get the puck past the neutral zone, which Tampa Bay is really good at disrupting the play in the neutral zone with their forwards, because they obviously have lots of speed and veteran players as well who know what they're doing. But I just don't think the Lightning are going to be able to hold back the Rangers, and I think it's going to be closer for sure. Maybe a few less opportunities. Tampa Bay will hand the Rangers on a platter. I don't think there'll be many breakaways. I don't think there'll be a lot of wide open guys in front of the net or anything like that. I think it's going to be a closer game tonight. Rangers still prevail. I mean, again, at home, the streak they have at home, the stats kind of point to the W tonight. And I think, after this, we'll be up 2-0 and not looking back, dude.
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more. Love the way they play with that energy at Madison Square Garden. You do mention a closer game, and we've had a few already this postseason, Tony, but I think this is setting up for yet another overtime game, and we are going to get another game winner from Mika Zibanejad. I'm going to say 5 minutes into the overtime period, 3-2 Rangers. And Shesterkin, another Patrick Waugh performance.
Love to see it, dude. I second the score. I think it'll be in regulation. I think it'll be minutes dwindling down. Tampa Bay will have the pressure. Shesterkin's going to be a brick wall. 40 saves on the 42 shots. Rangers win at 3-2.
This is it's funny. This is going to come off as like a dig, but I was trying to think about this. We were talking about Zibanejad. Mm-hmm. I realized why in my head I think it's Zibanejad. Sometimes I was playing back the tape yesterday. You do a Zibanejad.
Wait, what?
Like you pronounce it sometimes, not all the time. Zibanejad.
Zibanejad.
Yeah. Listen to the tape.
I'll have to look back, dude.
Yeah, I think you're shocked.
A little bit, dude. I didn't even realize. Like the espresso.
But I swear it's like with Gallant. Like Gallant sounds better. Zibanejad sounds better. I don't know. Zibanejad. Like, you know what I mean?
I know it's tough, dude. I know Gallant is so much. You know, that's probably why he was rolling with it for so long. He's like, wow, you know what? Gallant sounds way better than Gallant.
Or how about, I don't know if you remember former Yankee backup catcher J.R. Murphy or John Ryan Murphy. And just randomly he goes, I never said my name was J.R. It's John Ryan.
Wow.
And it's like he waits, 7 years into his baseball career as Michael gets a chuckle on Facebook.
He does. Nice chuckle.
And I think he might get a chuckle out of the world of the National Basketball Association.
LeBron James at the buzzer. He banks in the three, and the Lakers win the game.
And to start this, before we get to the final score last night, obviously, game 1, NBA Finals, Celtics Warriors at the Chase Center. One of my good friends here, Chokery, texted me before the show. I didn't see the show yet, but it must be so hard talking about the NBA right now. I don't even feel like watching basketball anymore. And that's why Chokery has always been one of the top contributors on the show, hitting it on the head. And I can't wait to see the overnights. They have to be lacking. And
the overnight.
I can't believe you're going to cover it. LOL. And listen, I mean, you look at this game and, we had our pre-series picks. Tony, went with Golden State. I went with Boston, but, I did say I thought Golden State would win last night, and it looked like that for 3 quarters.
Oh, my God.
Until the Celtics prevail, 120-108, outscoring Golden State 40-16 in the fourth quarter. Actually, the first loss by Golden State in the Chase Center in franchise history. Obviously, the arena only a few years old, and they were out of the playoffs the last couple of years. Nevertheless, Tony, I guess you could say in a way, I mean, both teams really, but that I've poo-pooed the Celtics. I think it's impressive what they did. And especially that Jason Tatum, 3 for 17 last night, and you're going to beat the Warriors by 12 on the road. I mean, that looks good, but then when you really dive into it, are you really going to get 26 points, including 6 3-pointers at Al Horford ever again in your life?
I don't think so, dude.
So I think this has a fluke game written all over it. I do expect on Sunday, because these NBA players are so soft, they need 3 days off to rest.
Are you serious? 3 days?
3 days off. And the hockey, obviously the physicality. And I think on Sunday we'll see the Warriors rebound, of course. And he's what is Mike saying?
I'm is a hell of a coach.
Who's he? Oh, the Celtics coach. Yeah. No, he is. We're not going to poo-poo that. I mean, I think they've definitely stepped up, and he came from that Spurs coaching tree. Obviously, they've had a lot of success there. Seems like he makes more adjustments than Stevens and is more popular with the players. But I just don't think beating the Warriors by 12 on the road is sustainable without Jason Tatum. He's got to be better. I'm sure he will be better. And then also Derek White, the former Spur, 21 off the bench as well. And I guess that's how you pronounce it. Emi?
No, it is Adoku, but I would imagine maybe that's
how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
But I mean, and how about Curry? 6 3-pointers in the first quarter, only makes 1 the rest of the game.
Ice cold, dude. I mean, that fourth quarter, he wasn't confident. He had nothing going on,
out of
dude.
A boat, Tony.
Oh no.
But I mean, what do you make of it? Does it mean anything to you?
You got to get the NBA analyst in here. It's Ime.
Ime. That was the phonetic spelling.
Caught me off guard, Michael.
The phonetic spelling. Ime, spelled I-M-E. Correct?
Exactly. Ime Udoka.
Okay.
Michael, I have to ask you, though, not to interrupt here, but were you shocked, push comes to shove, that the Warriors got outscored in the fourth by 24?
Yeah, totally. 40-16. I mean, Barnes, you said it yourself. That's crazy. You're never going to think that's going to happen, especially at home in Golden State.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, exactly. That guy sounds good. But no, I you know, I think he's gonna have a big game is Clay. He could have had a better game. He didn't. Could have impacted it more. He didn't. So I see a big game from Clay next game. But dude, honestly, man, this team, the Celtics, I hate to say it, dude, but like, what a turnaround at like. I forgot what the record was at the first half. It was like under 500 though, wasn't it?
Yes, hovering, definitely hovering.
So I mean, you look at what they're doing. That's great. But you nailed it, Barnes. It's over. Golden State next game for sure. No way. And they're so soft, dude. They're so soft. 3-game break. It's so whack.
I know, right?
I
It's
mean,
disgusting.
what is happening to the game we once called the National Basketball Association?
It's sad, man. You know, they have catered to the babiness of this generation. You know what I mean? Like the presidents of the basketball operations of the teams, the fucking owners, the coaches. You can't even have a coach, dude, that'll yell at your player. You know what I mean? Like,
well, they don't need a coach. They'll coach themselves.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no. So it's just, I don't know. It's sad, but hopefully, you know, things turn around. You know, but
yeah, we'll see, dude. 3 words for you, Michael.
More...
National Hockey League, dude. One day off. Strength, resilience, grit. Yay! Let's go with the grit, baby.
I know you can't deny it.
Oh,
what's the Rangers score tonight, Michael?
Bro, are you ready for this?
Yep.
5-0. Storkin shutout, dude.
I mean, hard to argue with a shutout. Hard to argue. I mean, he's played like Marty Brodeur, actually.
Oh,
haven't brought his name around too much.
Where's the Devils jersey, Michael?
I gotta I'm gonna text my stepfather after this.
I think it's going in the fire.
Dude, honestly, I told Tony last night, if they win the Stanley Cup, it's over. So
when
we go to the parade, when they're hoisting the cup,
when?
And I mean, really, if that happens, Tony, I mean, you could really solidify me as the anti Eddie Mush.
No,
because my first year in the organization, just saying, it's been 28 years.
Yeah, but no, if you're putting the axe on Eddie Mush, there's no anti-Eddie Mush, okay? There's no any of that, dude.
Basically, you're saying you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Even my mother knows they are winning.
Michael loves
When are you coming home, she asked. I don't know.
First year in the organization.
First year in the
loves
organization.
It. He can't get enough of it.
Young Dave Rothenberg.
The one thing, though, I have to say, I was listening to them this morning.
Yeah.
And we talk about poo-pooing the Yankees. I don't know if you guys have picked up on that. So Met heavy, and I know obviously they're Met fans, but they how dare they? They're not even Yankee fans, and they're saying, "Oh, all Yankee fans are thinking, oh well, doesn't matter how many games we win in the regular season. We're not going to win in the playoffs." Who's saying that? Nobody said that. So don't put those words in their mouth. And that was the first time in my life that I've ever been disappointed at Rick and Dave. I will give them a pass, but I do not want to hear it again.
No. Listen,
Michael knows it. He knows I'm right.
He is correct.
That's ridiculous.
You know that he's
ridiculous.
Right. That's why you're so buttered, because you know he's right.
No
he's
way.
Yankee fans.
No way.
Yes, dude.
I told you,
absolutely.
no one can touch us this year. It's not even going to come close. There's
That's
no
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what he's saying.
No, he's not saying that.
Yes.
No, I'm
he's
talking
saying
about
no matter
postseason.
what. He's saying no matter what, you're going to go to the World Series, you're going to win. Doesn't matter what the regular season's like.
No. And then he also said,
victory.
No, he also said, and he was trying to say it's different with the Mets, and this is what I don't like, is he goes, yeah, well, with the Yankees, it's like, well, doesn't matter how good of a regular season is. If we don't win the World Series, nothing. What are you talking about? Any team, it doesn't matter how good the regular season is. The goal is the World Series. So I just did not agree with that. And he says Yankee fans have called in and hate a lot.
Because Yankee fans can't take it. They're used to listening to Michael Kay, the Yankee boy. They're used to listening to Max Kellerman stumble over his own Yankee fandom. It's disgusting. Yankee fans can't handle one Met fan on ESPN radio. One Met fan.
I think
one Met fan.
I think that the thing you have to keep in mind is Yankee fans like myself get annoyed with the typical Met fan.
No,
And
you get
they're
annoyed. You get annoyed when everyone's not all like, "Oh my God, the Yankees!" Oh,
I feel like we could have a whole special on the Yankees
and Michael
and the Mets.
knows it.
Go Ant.
Yeah, my mother. Yes,
God.
go Ant. Stop Barnes.
I can't wait till July, till August. 4-game sweep.
Yeah,
New York
we'll
Yankees
see. We'll
over
see, dude.
the New York Mets.
But see, doesn't matter because when it comes down to who's winning the World Series, it'll be the Mets winning it, and there's no worries.
And there's no worries about the Yankees hoisting.
No, there's a few worries.
8th
I have a
World
few worries about
Championship.
that, dude.
Franchise history, most
No
in
way.
sports history, best organization in
No.
sports. And oh my God, Yankee fans
Are
snobs.
snobs.
If the Yankee fans are snobs,
Highbrow.
please, give me. I want Tony you to answer this question. If the Yankee fans are snobs, what's the adjective for the New York Met fan? I would love to hear it. I'd love to hear it.
Just one
word.
Grateful.
I don't even have a comment. Am I kidding?
Yeah, because there is none. Because that's what it is, dude.
All right,
We're grateful.
Good luck in Chavez Ravine tonight, Tony. All right?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's too late for that. You already said you were gonna win. It's too late for that, dude.
I did say it. I'm just saying good luck.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate the
Not gonna
support.
be easy. That's all.
No,
I
but we're gonna win though. Oh, my mother says authentic.
Authentic.
That's another good word.
My God, authentic
Thank you
losing.
so
Wow.
much. Wow.
Wow. And listen, we could go on for ages. Obviously, I am rooting for a Subway Series. I hope we get one. I hope the Mets have what it takes to get there. I'm not entirely convinced yet that they can reach a World Series just yet, but we got some season to go. So let's see what happens. Yeah. And if they're going to get there, they're going to have to beat the Dodgers. So it's good that they're playing them. Because who else is the competition?
I would say Dodgers' main competition.
I guess in the Central, the Brewers and the Cardinals, and that's it. Like the whole league.
Yeah.
Padres with Tatis. Got to watch out for that. But they've kind of slipped up.
Even the Brewers could be a little sneaky, I feel, as well.
Bullpen, pitching. So it's great. Baseball's great. Hockey's great. Life is great, Tony. And as we come to a close here, anything else you got for me? Anything on the horizon other than some batteries? Anything else?
Batteries definitely on the horizon. No, I would say, I don't know, dude. I would say go Rangers. Big game. Looking forward to where we end up tonight watching it. We may have a guest in studio right now.
Michael.
Yes, Michael running up the stairs.
Nick of
in the
time.
windbreaker.
I know he heard the Yankee Met argument.
Are those new shorts?
I know he agrees with every single thing that I said.
Like a wrecking ball.
I mean, and for Tony to call Met fans authentic. I mean, are you kidding me?
Are they not authentic? Are we fake?
I feel like that's a terrible adjective.
Are we fake?
Met
First
fans
of all, I didn't say authentic. My mother did. Okay.
Met fans are depressed.
That's the word. It is depressed. That's
they have
it is.
and you know what the thing with the Mets fans and they call in and they're all like, but they expect the fall off still, dude.
Yep. And the Yankee fan is confident. We've won 27 times.
We expect
win
the championship.
Exactly.
All right.
It's just a different mindset.
No hesitation.
My mother wants to make it interesting here, so I say, okay. If there is no. Regardless if the Mets win the World Series or if the Yankees win the World Series, not necessarily Subway Series, right? But if the Mets win the World Series, you wear a Met jersey for a full week. If the Yankees win, I wear a Yankee jersey for the full week.
I mean, the Mets are never winning a World Series.
So take the bet then, Brian. Take the bet.
I already took it.
Okay, good. That's the bet. That is the bet.
All right. So Yankee fans are stuck off. Oh my God. The gift that keeps on giving.
My mother.
But yeah, I mean, so we're pumped for the Rangers.
Yeah,
we're pumped for the
dude.
Yankees. We're pumped for the Mets. I think that's it, right?
I guess so. Anything else to add, guys? I don't think so.
No, I
dude.
want everybody to enjoy this weekend. I want everybody to keep going on the YouTube page, seeing the archives, seeing Tony in costume, seeing me and him duking it out on the basketball court.
That needs to, we need another
favorite
one soon.
team coming soon, coming to a court near you.
And coming to a theater near you, Aliens on Elm Street 3. It's coming. Barnes acting debut. How do you feel about it, Barnes?
I'm trying to think of the right adjective. Trying to think of a creative word, but let's just say
you're very descriptive.
We're fired
today.
up. How about let's put it that?
Barnes.
We know, me, just generally speaking, TV, movies,
Right.
love-hate relationship,
Mm-hmm.
Aliens 3,
2012,
all love, baby.
2012,
all
Inconvenient
love.
Truth.
Yeah.
Golfing today, Barnes.
Yeah, you golfing?
What are we shooting? What are we shooting?
Tough course. So I'm gonna say I'm going very conservative here, but I'll take it. Tough course. Pete Dye, a guy who's designed some of the major championship courses on the PGA Tour. I'm gonna say 97, and I will take it any day of the week.
Yeah, dude.
And we're gonna say 7 pars. How about that? 7
pars. One last comment.
One last comment.
One
One of my
last
best
one. We
friends
have
is
to
a
go.
Yankee
We know
nut,
you
and
love
it's
us.
so redundant.
Oh yeah, you talked about the Golden State Warriors being always in the finals.
Yeah, the Yankees haven't been in the World Series in 13 years.
And they're not gonna be.
Always?
And they're not gonna be, dude.
The Mets are?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
But listen, check out the spring collection, by the way, downtimetv.com. But I want everybody to enjoy the weather, enjoy the weekend, enjoy the golf, enjoy the games. And we will see you on Monday.
Wow.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do.